Coordinate systems make fields like computer graphics possible. Today, we will quickly go through the entire chapter. Even though this will be a short video, we will not miss any details. You already know how to describe the position of a point on the line. We know that positive numbers exist on one side of 0. Finding that negative numbers also exist on the other side of 0 was a great discovery. Any 2 points on the number line that are next to each other have the same distance. What if you wanted to know the position of a house in a colony? Is one coordinate enough? Any point on the number line can be reached with one number. This chapter is about the idea that 2 coordinates can be used to define any position in 2 dimensions. Saying something like top left is vague. If you do not have a precise way to define a point, you cannot expect to communicate the position you are referring to. However, if you can tell the position on 2 number lines, you can communicate the exact position of any point. First step along one number line, then step along a perpendicular number line. When you reach the point, see how much you stepped on both lines, and that is your position. You can draw a plane by drawing perpendicular lines one by one. With 2 independent informations, you can communicate the position of any dot on the plane. If you make 2 perpendicular number lines and make the zeros overlap, you get what we call a Cartesian plane. This plane can have any orientation. This idea came from René Descartes. That is where the name Cartesian comes from. Usually, the horizontal number line is called x-axis, and the vertical line is called y-axis. The intersection point is called origin. The projection of a point to the x-axis is called abscissa, while the projection to the y-axis is called ordinate. This system forms 4 quadrants. The top right is called quadrant 1. Notice here that the x and y axis positions are both positive. The top left is called quadrant 2. Notice here that the x-axis position is negative, while the y-axis position is positive. The bottom left quadrant is called third quadrant, with both coordinates negative, while the bottom right is called fourth quadrant, with x positive and y negative. In symmetric functions or relations, the variables x and y can be interchanged without changing the relationship. This property is called symmetry. With respect to the line y equals x for a function f of xy. It's symmetric if f of xy equals f of y, x for all valid inputs. The equation x squared plus y squared equals k, a circle centered at the origin, is symmetric about y equals x